Good morning and welcome to Malc and Beans. Man, sometimes you just don't want to jump on a camera, and that's totally understandable. But the cool thing is, it's way more fun spreading the love, jumping on, even though you don't know what you're gonna say. Sometimes these bags. I haven't drank this whole month in January. I don't know if I'm gonna drink this year. I can't even tell right now because I'm just having a lot of fun. But the interesting thing is, sometimes you're like, for me, when I do have some casual drinks with friends or wine, I'm a big, I love my red wine. And guys, as you get a little older, I became a seltzer dude. But right now I'm drinking nothing. But there's a funny side to it in my head one is when I'm drinking, sometimes I'm like, oh man, there's bags in my eyes the next day. You got to still perform, got to still go. You got to work out and kind of burn off whatever you did drink. And so get the toxins out of your body. So then there's the other side. Okay, I'm not drinking, and it's not just, this is more for me. I never needed to drink, and I know everyone, whether you do or don't, I don't even judge. Trust me, anyone who knows me, guys, we had a lot of fun for about 20 years. Supercross, X Games, do tours, all the boys out there. I know I see you, Andy Bell, but but I guess my main thing is do you, of course, first and foremost. But you gotta have fun. Back to my loving talks is like, dude, like you gotta find the place where you sit best, where you really thrive, and not worry about other people. So anyways, point is, look at these bags. Wake up in the morning and I'm like, geez, I'm not even drinking, and these things look like I just got left, right, left from Gervonta Davis. But either way, I'm here. It's not about this, it's about this. So that being said is a couple things, and I'm gonna try to where my heart's at. I'm trying to tie these two together and properly spill the beans. I don't got a coffee in my hand right now. World's best father, my mug for my kid. I am getting excited to kind of make some more mugs because I realize my mug selection, but does anyone that noise? I used to make this noise, and it's like everyone's got their own kind of gifts and their own ability to kind of, but it was the whistle with a little bit of a, it reminded me of like Star Wars. I'm your father, Luke. So anyways, here, Malcolm Beans. A couple things kind of come to mind, and it's about one, a grateful thread. A grateful thread, what does that even mean? That's exactly the point. We don't know if we don't get into a flow and let our heart and our body and our soul go. Meaning, this world is just this amazing canvas, but are we truly putting ourselves out there and getting out the fear of failure, the fear of all these different things, and just living. And I know that means so much to so many. I'm still trying to figure it out, daily, on the mend, always on the mend. That just means continuously striving. To me, I set these bars, and mended is for all of us. Mended is becoming mended. Do you just become mended, snap your fingers? Hell no, come on guys. No, you work towards it. Like, there's not instant abs. Oh, check it out, I drank the drink. There's a drink they called the Hollywood diet at one point. Everyone in Hollywood's drinking this thing because they wanted the instantaneous success. Let me tell you, homies, any of my successful friends out there, any of my happy friends out there, they work towards it much like this brother. So I'm gonna go two-part. One is something awesome that I think connects to my life, my journey, and being able to be a grateful thread to others based on the life I lived. Once again, my thirst for motorsports spawned off so many different things between music, culture, life, building global brands, all that stuff. That's not the point. The point is, what was the journey about? And now being a dad, how do I get to kind of spread the love and kind of open up and be a grateful thread to open some doors and fun with my daughter, Rylan, who's 7. And then I always get inspired. I do watch a mix of random things. Obviously, Netflix, YouTube seem to be my go-tos, but just really it's anyone putting out something that is around what I love, whether we all got inspired by Drive to Survive, and what that did for Formula One. I used to go to Formula One working for Alpine Stars, and it was massive. It was like the second and third largest sport in the world. I think the first largest sport in the world in some countries. So full circle back is I was watching a new Netflix thing that dropped, and it's called the Greatest Night, I think, in pop, and it's around the song, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones that make a brighter place, so let's not give in. That song goes back, and yeah, it dates me, but it outdates life because it's so beautiful. And it was basically It was basically Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson coming together to make a song to give back to Africa and kids that literally had nothing, from water to so much, and it's just so heavy to me. And I've been able to travel the world, and you just see a whole different perspective. So anyways, they dropped this thing. I see it come on. So last night I binged. I went in on this thing while I was working out. Had to get the heart pumping. But the coolest thing is watching how something so great can come together. And if you watch this one, or if you've ever seen the video, which I think hit hundreds of millions, if not billions around the world, but Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie, I love the process of just, hey, let's do this. Then it's like, hey, how do we put this together? You got Harry Belafonte, you got Quincy Jones, you end up bringing all these legends together, all races, all walks of life, to make something like this happen, to open up giving back by the power of being a grateful thread in who you are. So anyways, I'm watching it, and it's just like they end up packing Cyndi Lauper and Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen and everyone in a room after the I think the American Music Awards. If you think about how much it took and all of this to get all of these people together, no one knew exactly who was going to be there. No one, they heard a little snippet of the song, and they kind of said, no, I don't think it's going to be big. There was so many managers and so many people away from these great super talents that literally sold hundreds of millions of records individually. And now they're all going to be in one room. I think the number was like 47 to 50-ish. Superstars, superpowers, led by Michael Jackson, the biggest icon. And I mean, man, if you haven't listened to a lot of his music, go back. So people coming together, a grateful thread, making this happen. The best part about it, it's not about them. It's about the unity and connecting people. The raddest thing was the laughter, the fun, and all of them starting to go, oh my gosh, this is the most powerful room. They didn't let any agents in. It was just the talent. And they got to bond, and they were all the crazy thing is in life is like, we all think that it's just us feeling a certain way, but these artists are now starstruck from their Bob Dylan, all their superheroes are all in this room, Stevie Wonder. But then you pack them in there, and they only have one night to make this song happen. So they go all in, the emotions are flying, the lights are coming in, just heating up the room. People are sweating. The pressure of some people have from super vibratos, and some people can just hit high pitches and just send their voice. And some people, Bob Dylan, have their crazy, unique delivery that made them so special. Everyone had their unique thing, but everyone felt the pressure now, the heat, the tiredness, following the American Music Awards. Some people didn't even go. Prince, it seemed like, was like, because him and Michael Jackson always battle for the top of the charts. I mean, respect to Prince, because I grew up. My mom used to always play the movie Purple Rain, and I used to see a lot of stuff with Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, that guy to me just hits and will forever hit. And also his son Prince is super cool. Became friends with him. Much respect, brother. Love you. Love what you're doing in LA. Love where your heart's at. Great guy. So, yeah. How did I meet these people? Once again, grateful thread out there spreading the love. I'm gonna maybe, I guess, just watch the thing, but you can pull so much stuff from it, because we're all judging, we're all pointing, we're all walking through this life. And like I said, I'm about happiness. I'm always on the search for happiness. That is the best vitamin, the best supplement, the best advice you could have. Yes, health hits, but man, I'm telling you, I've been through thick and thin. I've been on every supplement in the world. I've been cold plunging for 4 years straight, thanks to the plunge, PLUNGE. What's up, homies? And Therasage, I've got my infrared, little portable sauna. Anyways, the main point is people coming together. We are the world. We are the children. The belief, they didn't know, they didn't have the songs, they showed up. Man, can you imagine if you missed the opportunity for that? But then also putting all those people together, that they were tired. It's 5, 6 in the morning. They had to finish the song. And, they had the chorus where they all were together. Then they had to individually do their lines, or within like 2 and 3, to kind of hit their certain parts of the song. It came together. It impacted the world. Becoming Mended to me is that room. It's that ability we have. They didn't know where they were going. They didn't know what was going on. There was cooler parties. They didn't want to miss out on stuff. But man, when they unselfishly came in, and it was like, hey, there's this many kids in Africa going through this, and we have the ability, through your blessings, through being a grateful thread, to come in unselfishly. not because of, agents, not because of money, but to make a difference. And it was one of the most impactful things. I feel like I've been on this journey to walk in how God intended me to walk in, to not judge, to treat everyone equally, to try to unite and connect people, to bring ethics, ethnicity, culture together, to become mended, to become mended with self, and encourage people to kind of go on that journey and set these guardrails for the life you want to live, because then it opens up those doors and those gates to become the best version that, yes, with my faith, that God intended. Thank you, Jesus. So that one leads to the second part. Who's this little guy, Malcolm? Nothing compared to that room, nothing compared to these pop stars, but everything with the ability to deliver what, my best life, and to have fun along the way, and to make the moments count. It's the moments that become the momentum, that become the memories, that become the perspective, and it's this beauty of all this stuff connecting. So this one is a rant, guys. Don't get me wrong. You're probably like, right now, you're all deleted. Stop, pause, robot 86. So my kid, my daughter, she's 7, right? Dad's my biggest thing that I want to do, especially as an only child, with, one kid, is like, I just want to find ways I can bond with her. We got dirt bikes, we got bicycles, we've got skateboards, we've got all kinds of razor scooters and razor crazy carts. Anything in the world. We play tennis, she's playing basketball, I'm watching games. Dad gets thrilled. Come on, any mom or dad out there, you're like, yeah. There's nothing better than watching your kid, because unselfishly, that grateful thread and everything that went into your heart and your soul and who you are is now the blessing of opening that up for your family and your kids. So my daughter, we try to limit the amount of YouTube, but even on YouTube, we censor everything. We're not letting her just watch whatever she wants to watch. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there, a lot of ads getting served in that, kind of feel like this is happening. Little demonish type stuff, but I'm trying to keep her, grounded. You want to do the best you can, but let me encourage you, parents. I know you're doing a great job. Remind yourself to breathe. You were built for this. You're here for this. You might not know everything. That doesn't matter. Knowing everything doesn't. The love in your heart and the ability to just smile and watch a kid that's just going through the emotions of being alive without any distractions from the stuff that has distracted us. Unpack what's in your brain. I know you're all beautiful people. I know we all have good intent. Just, man, look at these kids and just thrive. So my daughter started watching the Rock Squad. If anyone, once again, there's Ninja Kids, there's Fun Squad. There's some pretty cool, families out there that I think have, like, obviously built massive empires, but it's also, I see them hanging out as families. I ain't gonna judge. Hopefully behind the camera, they're having fun and grateful for the fact they get to work together. That to me is like the dream job. Like, Mended isn't like, hey, let me go get an office so I can escape and not be around my family. It's an open door policy. I'm building a section in my office for my kid. So my kid lights up. She's been filming all these little things herself, because Britney Spears. You look at any artist in history, they all Justin Bieber, great example. His documentary shows him as a young little kid. He grabbed that mic. He already knew he had it in him. His parents supported it. They bought him drums. They bought him whatever it was. And now the rest is history. The point was is opening up the creativity of this uniqueness that our future and our next generation has. So my daughter's filming all this stuff. I end up becoming good friends with Nicole. Nicole kind of stopped everything to say, I'm going to go after YouTube, and I'm going to bring together some kids through friends and through some, finding good parents and this and that. She puts together this, like, rad kids, a group of girls, one boy, a writer. And so basically, long story short, it's called Rock Squad. She's got hundreds of millions of views. She's a very positive influence. She's taking these kids out like they're their kids. They call her mom. The parents are home. The parents are back home doing their work, being good parents and helping out. And these kids are building social currency. Social currency. Come on, like, if you want to launch a brand or whatever, these kids are, 10 to 13 years old, and they're building social currency. What does that even mean? It means that as you dream big, and even though maybe we had to have desk jobs and work in produce and do dishes and do whatever, that stuff helps carve you out. That stuff helps build, who you are. And so there's no wrong answer for what it is. But social currency means that all of a sudden, Sarah, Sally, Johnny, Billy, Christina goes, hey, mommy, daddy, I really want to kind of try to launch a cup company. What do you mean a cup company? Oh, like kind of like Yeti, but make my own cups with my own personality, with its own vision. Okay, great, honey. You can help get them started because parents normally have some sort of skill set. But if they have social currency, suddenly they could have 500 solid followers, 5,000 followers, 50,000 followers. Affiliates are literally people that took the time to build a community. Some I think are doing really great jobs and bringing value to people, but there's millions of dollars in that affiliate world. You don't just snap your fingers, you got to build it, because it's all about community, authenticity, delivering the best version of you, and then you build a community by that. So I am all over the place with love. Hopefully it's making some sort of sense. Full circle to the we are the world, we are the children. Man, it hit hard. Community, people coming together, but also for a bigger reason. Me, all my life, a grateful thread, everything that brings me here today, that basically I was able to go to Kalahari Water Park with my kid, and she got to hang and become part of the rock squad for the day, thanks to Nicole, and Jimmy and a crew. And it was the coolest thing ever when you get to see your kid's face light up. What happened last night was my daughter, she's upstairs, she's like, Dad, the Kalahari one came out. I'm like, what? It lit me up because I could see how excited she was. Because of Dad's life, because of your life, because of all these superstars coming together in one room, they raised $160+ million for people that are just kids, beautiful families, beautiful humans that are just needing water, they were just needing food back then. That to me is the beauty of certain things. How does this even relate to something small like this? It's the little steps that come together, but it's the unselfishness and the joy in those steps that help create and open up things. I believe we're all gifted. I believe we have so many gifts. I don't think I've even begun, even though I've been connected to some pretty amazing moments in life. Now I get to raise a life. So we go up there, and dude, I had a dad bod. Trust me, this I need to get in shape, guys. I think I might document that, because I didn't know you got to be a dad, so you got to do whatever it is. So Irish Malcolm, you kind of the fact that I come from Ireland. I jump out there. I didn't know I was going to be on camera. Suddenly, my kid's on camera. She made these bracelets. It ended up going live, and it just happened last night. And I got to see my daughter go, oh my gosh, opening up her mind to possibilities. Not that she needs to be a YouTuber, not that she needs to be this and that. She's doing dance, she's doing basketball, she's dropping buckets in basketball last game, much like my niece Saoirse. What's up, Saoirse? I know you're on some levels, dropping threes like in your sleep. So full circle is, gosh, open your hearts, open the doors, open the gates, open the doors for other people, because man, if we're just closing doors, we're limiting the ability to truly kind of bring this world together. That song, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones, I think, to make a better place. So let's start living. There's a choice we're making. We're changing our own lives. It's true, we make a better place, just you and me. Dude, becoming mended, life breathing. I want to see you all live, reminder to breathe, time to breathe. Man, the YouTube's out. I might do a little snippet in here just because it was pretty fun, pretty cute, and with my kid. But that impact of change, that impact of starting somewhere, and the littlest thing based on my life, the littlest thing based on the success of all these superstars coming together in one room for others, gratitude, paying forward, love, this and that. I just spilled a ton of beans. I don't even know if I can pick them up. I don't even know if you guys are gonna be like, man, Malcolm, you've really lost it. This was a long one. I'm a little glazed. I haven't had my coffee, the eyes, the bags, but I'm here. I showed up, and I love you guys. I am going to keep putting this stuff out. I'm going to keep spreading the love. I'm going to keep riding my dirt bike. I'm going to keep using the tools, my thirst for motorsports, everything that I love, my love for my family, love for my faith, putting it into this so we can have some fun. And I'm going to keep spreading the love on the brands out there, my friends that are making good impacts, having fun. Once again, like the other day, I have stuff sitting here still, like my boy Mont Brown with what he's doing with community service. So I love you guys. Have a good day. This is the longest one. I guarantee no one's gonna watch this whole thing, but guess what though? That doesn't matter. If one does, you change one person's mindset and they get on track and they start going after their gift. I love you. That's it. Malcolm B. Beans. This one might be weird.